yeah, there's definitely spoilers in this, so if you haven't read it for whatever crazy reason, don't listen to this review, because the spoilers start getting pretty bad in issue 3. By the way, my earrings are companion cubes. So, obviously, this video is a little bit later than I meant it to be, but that is because I'm obviously home now. Basically, once I promised you guys I was going to make a video, I started packing up to go home, and I never got a chance, and now I'm home, so I can make the video. Since I've been gone, I've rearranged some stuff in my room, so this isn't quite the same setup, and it's not as good as the setup I had before I left, and most of the lights are changing because outside there's clouds and stuff. And I'm trying to find good lighting in here based on where my desk is now, which is difficult, but hopefully I will find something soon that works a little bit better than right now, because I don't really like this lighting, and I don't like the quality of the video when I'm sitting here, but I figured it'd be better just to get the video out than to fiddle around with the lighting so much that I ended up not making a video. So, obviously, this video is my review of Last Stand of the Wreckers, issue 3. Yay. First of all, the cover I have here is obviously the Trevor Hutchinson cover, which is okay. It's not my favorite cover of his. It's definitely not his best. I do like the colors, but the composition itself just isn't really his best composition. I don't hate it. I don't really hate anything Trevor Hutchinson does, just not my favorite. The other cover for this, though, the Nick Roche cover, it's pretty sweet. Very good. So this issue, oddly enough, opens up with Overlord and Shockwave 2 years ago on Garrus 9, and it's Overlord is putting Shockwave's head back on his body, and we find out that Shockwave actually, prior to this incident, had, by Megatron's order, installed a virus on Overlord that made it so he wasn't able to tell what Megatron's weakness was. Which, you know, it's good for Megatron. And Overlord is trying to strike up a deal with Shockwave to take off said virus. And Shockwave says, you know what, your goals, they further mine, so I might as well. And Shockwave makes a very good observation about Overlord's setup on Garrus 9, which is, it's less that he really enjoys torturing these people, and it's more about the fact that he is trying to attract Megatron's attention, which Overlord doesn't really deny. He's just like, yep, you know, people have tried it before, and then he says, I only have to be the last person to try this, or something like that. His face is hilarious. Look at that face! It's probably just me, but I think that Overlord and his, like, pouty lips, it's very funny. And then we have what I think is kind of a cool part of the issue, where we rejoin the Wreckers, and while the events of these next couple pages are going on, it's also reading off Iron Fist's kind of rules of being a Wrecker, and they're breaking every single one of them. Like, the first rule is to always stick together, but Pyro and Perceptor and that team has been separated from Guzzle and Cup and the other team, and they're like, oh, we'll just leave them, you know, they can take care of themselves. And then the second rule is to always have an icy detachment and be calm about what you're doing, and Cup and Guzzle are screaming and just going at it. And the third rule is to never make it personal, and of course Impactor's like, this is for Maximus, this is revenge, which is making it personal. But I think my favorite has to be the rule that is always look for the positives, and as it says always look for the positives, Springer is just like, this is bad, we're totally outnumbered, we're dead meat. So that's obviously not really positive. And then we go back to the pit with Overlord and Perceptor and Rotorstorm and Verity and everybody. And Overlord says, oh darn, I thought you were from Megatron, you're just Wreckers, whatever, you know, you're an Autobot, it's not a big deal. And then Rotorstorm, like out of nowhere, says, bold words, Overlord, but you reckoned without one thing. Wreckers combine. And it's just this huge pause because the Wreckers aren't combiners. And after the pause, Rotorstorm's like, I thought it was funny, you know. And then Overlord kind of starts laughing, and then Rotorstorm starts awkwardly laughing, and he's like, well, at least you have a sense of humor, you know. And then Overlord shoots him in the head. Yeah.